This is the Providence Care Mental Health Services Complex, or what's left of it anyway. And this is Priestly Demolition. They've been tasked with leveling this sprawling compound. The mental health services buildings are located in Kingston, Ontario, on a 30-acre plot of land on the waterfront side of King Street West. The original mental health services building was constructed in the 1950s and has grown exponentially over the years. This place is huge and will require a massive effort with teamwork from the top down. PDI is the team for the job.
We're at Providence Centre in Kingston. We started this project in December of 2013. We did a pre-strip of a wing, so when we demolished that wing, those people had a place to go temporarily. We left in July of 14 and they built the new facility right beside the existing facility. The whole project, including where we're standing, being landscaped and paved parking, has to be done in November of this year. Our schedule, in 5 weeks, basically got to be asbestos-free on this facility. We have to be gone by mid-August, demolished and all the concrete crushed. It's a very aggressive schedule. It's 600,000 square feet. Traditionally, that would take 6 to 7 months.
With that tight time frame in mind, the remaining buildings are assigned to smaller, manageable blocks. Abatement crews will clear each section, followed swiftly by PDI's stripping crews. Finally, the heavy machines will roll in to bring each building down. This will require carefully calibrated teamwork and coordination. First up, the team separates any recyclable materials and carefully disposes of any potentially hazardous waste.
There's a major component of asbestos removal that we've decided to sub out to 2 different companies. We've got Shane, our project manager, on site, and he's always watching us to make sure they're on schedule and they're getting their job ahead of when we need to get in there and get our work done.
We have them doing abatement in the priority areas so that as soon as they're out of the way, we come in and do our works, and then we can start bringing the building down.
Once the interior stripping is complete, PDI's machine operators dig into the first block of buildings.
We've got about 10 pieces of iron on site, and yeah, we got a tight schedule here. We're working 12-hour days, Monday to Friday. We're in here on Saturdays too. There's no room here. It's a very complex job because it's such a tight area. There's no way to lay down the materials to process anything. So pretty much as we're going, things just have to move. So it's all about coordination, right? And the big thing is safety here. There's so much going on. Got to make sure that everybody knows where everybody is and what they're doing, and just stay on top of everything, really.
The machines continue to ferociously chew into the buildings of Phase 1. Meanwhile, the stripping team has been busy prepping Phase 2.
I'm interior gutting, making sure everything's clean before the big boys come along and knock her down. Dan, come in here, knock this out. The guys will clean out the garbage. You can finish up this ductwork, and then you can come and finish here. So that used to be a nice cafeteria. The only problem with this room here is the ceilings are so high and the floor is so thin that we're not going to have anything high enough to be able to reach up there. We're going to scrape the roof off with the high reach, and then once he starts cutting the slab, he'll probably be able to knock most of the garbage down first and then just pour the slab on top. So this is another of the buildings that's part of Phase 2. So as soon as we're done the structural demo over there, the machines are all moving in here.
Just like clockwork, the demo team is reaching the conclusion of structural demolition on Phase 1. The stripping crew has already cleared blocks 2 and 3, so the mighty machines just continue chomping.
So the boys, we've been working 12, 14-hour days, 6 days a week, so we're going hard to meet the dates. We've got 3 teams going. hitting all the structures so we can get them down and process all the materials, get all the concrete out of the ground. And we've got our crushing crew setting up next week on the other side. Giving her hard, we've got to hit this date.
And then whatever's left here is phase 4. There's actually a torchman and a couple of laborers downstairs. We're finishing up the last of the mechanical rooms and the pipe chases. And then here we're just finishing up with getting rid of the waste and removing as much copper and electrical from the building before we start the structural demo.
We're in the home stretch as the PDI team digs into the 4th phase of structural demolition. Remaining wreckage is sorted. Foundations are removed. And the crusher crew is on site to pulverize the debris. The crew works at a feverish pace to reach their deadline, ripping away at the remaining structures on site. Except for one small but precarious section of building from Block 4.
Yeah, we're down to the last piece, and tomorrow we have the crane coming with a screen for the back there because it's too close to the hospital entrance, and another one bites the dust.
And in the blink of an eye, it's on the ground. With structural demolition completed, Priestly Demolition has paved the way for the general contractor to complete their work.
It's been a tough project, but the crew's done a great job. It's pulled together nicely. The materials, as fast as they're coming down, they're moving out. Well, when you look at the job and the timeline you give, you think to yourself, they're crazy. How can we ever do this? But you know what? The boys have made it happen.
We came here and we're like, no way, we're gonna be there in July. And then we moved, you know, the guys, we had a really great team and everyone pulled together and we just pushed. And I think everyone's pretty happy with the outcome.
I think the client's satisfied now. I know they were a little worried at first, but seeing how much iron we have here, we can make a picture change within a couple of hours. We have a very, very good crew of guys here. Everybody's working together to get her done. Like, we pounded the hours in, and it really showed. So.
On schedule and with a minimal environmental impact, the Providence Care Hospital can now go forward with their expansion. And it wouldn't have been possible without the dedication and collaborative efforts of Priestly Demolition.